Have you ever caught someone you trusted planning something unforgivable? My parents never let me and my older sister do any homework. My older sister Leah was only 8 months older than me. She was charismatic, the type of girl to effortlessly make an entire group of people laugh, the one almost every boy instantly fell in love with. Meanwhile, I was a little more of a tomboy. I always took an interest in cars and loved being able to do things by myself. But when we were starting to hit puberty, it was like a flip had switched. You see, in their eyes, getting married and having children was a woman's only purpose on this earth, so anything outside of that was disgusting and extremely immoral. It's not even like they were religious or anything, just straight up batshit crazy. At first, it seemed like the rules only applied to me. Whenever I tried to do my usual hobbies like soccer or playing with my trucks, my parents would wail on me because I wasn't acting like a woman. And Leah would always comfort me and tell me she loved me for who I was no matter what. But then the rules started hitting her too, because as well as being charismatic, she was also a huge nerd. Loved reading, spent her free time getting days ahead on homework. She was in the kitchen doing math one day when my parents completely lost it. Your only job is to clean up and be pretty. They then proceeded to confiscate her calculator and she ran up to our room crying. Before this, we were free to eat whatever we wanted. Sometimes I'd eat until my stomach was so full I felt like vomiting. But the next day for breakfast, we got a quarter of the portion as usual, and it was a bar designed for weight loss. I swear I thought they were pranking us, but that's when my dad said, "You're becoming a woman now, so you have to act like it." Over the next few days, Mom was gifting us with expensive YSL perfume and other name brand makeup products. She'd spend hours every day showing us how to get the perfect wing and blend foundation properly. And she even told us that if we didn't look like we were at least 16 by the time we were done getting ready for school, then we weren't allowed to go. And to most kids, not going to school would probably sound like a dream. But to us, school was our only escape. "Mom, why are we doing this?" Leah asked, voice shaking. "Honey, in just a few years, all the good men will be gone. And if you don't get one soon, you will die alone. You don't want that now, do you?" She answered Leah's question, but I knew it was a threat to us both. So from there, me and Leah focused all our energy into looking older. We didn't even have time to do our homework or study because of how much time maintenance took. By the time we had both turned 13, we could have passed for 17. Every boy in our grade either wanted me or Leah, and we were getting dozens of Snapchat ads a day. We knew it was kind of weird, but we didn't care. Because when we updated our mom on all this, they'd treat us 100 times better. No yelling, no pain. Just a happy family going on trips to Disneyland or beautiful beaches. I think eventually we just convinced ourselves that we had super cool parents who were helping us be the most popular girls in school and let us skip homework and didn't care if our grades were bad. Honestly, things were pretty sweet for a while, until one day, when Leah started hating me. We were in the middle of doing what we always did, rating each other's Instagram bikini photos and deleting the ones we didn't like. And I showed Leah a loser from our school that was liking all my posts and highlight stories. But instead of laughing like always, Leah went completely silent. I shook her, thinking she was just playing. "Leave me alone," she yelled, before violently swapping phones with me and slamming the door. I didn't know it at the time, but that was the beginning of Leah disowning me as a sister, and instead seeing me as competition. Every morning before school, Leah would glance at my outfit, roll her eyes, and then put on something slightly more revealing. And every night at dinner, she would brag about how many pounds of weight she'd lost. Slowly, my parents started treating her better. It was subtle at first. On her 14th birthday, she got a huge diamond necklace, and on mine, they got me a simple bracelet. But even this wasn't enough for Leah. She needed to eliminate me as an opponent. I started getting this awful gut feeling whenever she was around me, like my intuition warning me that she was going to do something really bad. So I set up a tripwire in my room attached to a bell, so if she ever tried to come in, it would wake me up. And not even a week later, I was fast asleep at 3 a.m. when I heard the alarm ring. As I looked up, the corrosive bowl of acid she had taken from our chem class splashed onto the floor and furniture as well as her hands and face. She screamed out in agony, and our parents rushed into my room to take my sister to the hospital. I was sort of hoping that the whole thing would make our parents realize how insane they'd become and we could go back to normal. But I was wrong, because instead they started treating me better than Leah. Like, a lot better. And it made her so resentful of me that she wanted to ruin my life. For good. Full story on channel, link below.